Hey, you guys, I'm back and I am so glad to be back here. I love coming on here talking to you guys. And as you know, if I'm on here, I got something to say, and I definitely got something to say. Um, I have a lot of things to say actually, but what's on my mind right now is um, I'm just thinking about a lot, and I feel like on my job that of course you're gonna have haters everywhere you go. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm not saying that I'm all that. I just do me. I'm me. I always do me the way I'm gonna do me. And what you see is what you get. And um you don't have to be doing anything special. You don't have to be um what everybody else is for you to have haters. People can just simply hate on you just for being you. Um and I've been going through that a lot in my life, which is cool. But on my job, I'm kind of going through something, and I'm not really going through nothing on my job. I won't say I'm going through something, but I'm observing something. And me as a person, I'm a very, very, very observant. I watch you. Um, I just kind of watch, sit back, to see if you're the type of person that I want to be mingling with, be talking to, and especially on certain levels, because I'm not that cool with people like that. But if I'm cool with you, I'm cool with you. I'm a loyal person when it comes down to it. If I feel like you're a person that I could be loyal to, I'm going to be loyal to you. Um, but um, there's a lady on my job, and I observed this lady from the first day. I noticed that um, I kind of get the feeling that she doesn't care too much for women. And um, I'm a person that I'm all about empowerment. I have a heart inside of my chest, and I just can see when a person is heartless. And to me, this lady is very heartless when it comes down to women. I think that she favors men, um, males, I should say, over females, because I listen to the things that she say, and I watch the things that she do. And when it comes down to males, um, she praise males so much. She will wine and dine a male. She would talk highly of a male. But when it comes to a female, she speaks so derogatory towards women. And I watched it, and I watch how she treat the women um, around us. How she is towards women around us. And I found that very disturbing. I found it very offensive. I'm very offended by that. Seeing that I am a woman, what I can't understand is, why do you feel that way when you're a woman? Um, what do you have against women? And she's not the first woman that I've met like that. I didn't realize she's not the first woman that I met like that until I met her. And then she reminded me of somebody else that I knew, and they were the same exact way. And then I thought about all the others, women that reminded me of that woman, and they're all, I don't know what this has to do with anything, but I just want to put that in there. They were all born in the month of September, which it may not even have nothing to do with it, but I just found it kind of funny that they're all born in September. They were all Virgo women, and it made me think about all the Virgo women that I know, and they are very similar to this woman. And I watched how just recently, yesterday was Valentine's Day, and she talked about um, how that she was going to go and spend $400 and $500 on men, and she talked about all men. She said in her exact words, yes, I will wine and dine a man, but a woman, I ain't studying no woman. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? What a woman ever do to you? Do you not remember that uh, a woman gave birth to you? Like, I couldn't get my mind around it. I couldn't get the concept of what she was doing. And I'm still trying. I am not giving up on that. I am still trying to figure out what makes this woman feel like that. What makes her um, do those things and say those things, because I hear her talking about females, and every time she talk about a female, it's that bitch or that hoe. And this is an older lady. This lady's in well over 65 years old, and she does that bitch hoe. And every time it got something to do with a woman, she really downgrades a woman. She really, really talks very lowly of women. But if she's talking about a man, I don't care what a man has done. She speaks highly of a man. And I found that kind of strange. I, I would say that I hadn't encountered that before, but then, like I said previously, a few minutes before, that she made me realize that I do know women like that, but I just hadn't met it. I hadn't seen it in her severity, I should say. But all those women that I know, they cater to men, and they're Virgo women. They cater to men, and they would put their all into a man and put that man before themselves. And I just find it really strange. Now, me being the woman that I am, I do believe in treating a man right. I do believe that with all my heart. But I'm not gonna overly do it when it comes to men and forget about the women, because if you're gonna be a loving person, you're gonna be that regardless whether it's a female or male. And that's just the way it goes. Um, if you have something personal against females, I would say that you will be behaving like that. But if you're okay up here, and you don't have all that hate stuff going on, all that hating and type of stuff like that, then I don't see why you would be saying the things that you're saying about women. You know what I'm saying? And just specifically women, like that's what I come wrap my mind around. But I have really, I don't have anything against this lady, but this is just something that I am witnessing on a day-to-day basis, and it really is becoming very annoying. And I want to, give her some good words, but I don't think I I don't think I could give her anything, because she's, set in her ways, and whatever she's doing, she gonna do it, and she's the type of lady that's the way she is. She stick by it. Whether it's wrong or right, she stick by it. So you know, I just maybe it's just something I just can't understand right now, and I'll just keep, observing, and keep listening, because she talks to me a lot. So I do listen to her, what she has to say, and I'll keep listening to her, and maybe that will unravel some things about maybe the reason why she does what she does and reacts the way that she acts. And like I say in all my previous videos, something triggers something. So if you're unhappy, um, you're not getting the results you want, you're not happy about your life, 9 times out of 10, something occurred. And something had to occur in her life. She's 65 plus. So I know she's had some things that happen in her life. So I won't count her out. That I will not do. But I will still try to see, what's going on with her, what's bothering her, and she has opened up to me, more than I ever thought she would. She has done that, and I just say, if you can be, a listening ear for somebody, be a listening ear, and just do it with good intentions. Don't do anything crazy or start talking about that person, start spreading their business or whatever, because at that point they're trusting you um, with pretty much their emotions, their feelings, and maybe something that they might not even ever express with anybody else. So yeah, and Another thing about her, she is such a show off. Like she's very self centered. She's the most self centered person I know. She talks about her wealth all the time. She talks about the things that she has and the money that she has in the bank. And Friday she picked up the phone to call her bank. She did it in front of everybody while we're all taking a break. And she's like, "Let me see what I got in this account." So I take it that she got more than one account. And she was like, "Well, let me call and see what's in this account." And she called and she got on the phone with the customer service guy. He was talking and she was, he's asking her, "What's your password?" And, "What's your security code?" and all that good stuff. And after she did that, she was basically calling to see how much she had in there. And she was saying it's probably ain't no more than $100. But I'm knowing that she knows because I have known her long enough to know that she's a show off. And when he says you have $1,250 in that account, um, she was like, "Oh, okay, thank you." And then, when she hung up, she kind of had like a smirk on her face. But this lady, she's a show off. She always talks about all the things that she has, all the TVs in her house, things that she just bought, things that she's about to buy. Um, she always talks about her. This woman is very, 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 very self-absorbed, and never giving any props to anybody else. Like, um, it's truly nerve-wracking. But I'm going to eventually figure out what's going on with her. And I almost called her name, and that I cannot do. But I'm gonna figure out what's going on with her, and whatever got her acting like that. Hopefully, she's not hurt from anything because I know what it's like to be hurt. Everybody in the world knows what it's like to be hurt, I'm sure. So, being hurt is not a good feeling at all. But I'm hoping that she's not hurting from anything and that's causing her to act that way. But I did, that's just something that's been on my mind for a couple weeks now. Like I said, I'm experiencing every day when I go to work. She's only done one thing that I feel like was pretty good, but I don't feel like she did it because I talked about it first, and she kind of felt bad, so she did that. But this lady is cold blooded. Um, she's cold blooded. She'll drag. She'll talk about you. I just I don't understand. And these elderly people out here are supposed to be the ones that's role modeling for us, or the ones that we're supposed to be looking up to, but we don't have that. And it's sad to say, but we have, the younger people sometimes have more sense than the older people. It's like, um I don't know what happened. The older you get, the wiser you're supposed to get. But I don't think that's true. Nowadays, I don't really think that's true. Now, back in the day, yeah, like during the time where I was growing up, my grandmother raised me, and I come from a different time, you know, so you know, you grew up, you understood, what I'm saying, and you knew what respect was too, because guess what, my grandmother wasn't playing that. Respect come first. And you're going to respect your elders even if those elders wasn't even being respectful. If they wasn't acting the way they supposed to, guess what, you was going to respect them because that's what she taught you. That's what's it. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're doing. It's not going to be nothing different, for the simple fact that those people are older than you. They are your elder. You're going to give them respect. So, you know what's happened to our elders, I don't know, but I still give that respect. I still say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Some people might have a problem with yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. I don't have a problem with that. When I was teaching, I even had a woman to say, well, no, my child, she's not allowed to say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. And I politely told her, I can understand where you're coming from, but I will not have a child address me yes and no and huh. It's just not about to happen. And I told her I didn't mean no harm, but this is a 4-year old, 5-year old child. And yes, no, huh, no, it doesn't happen. And this was her mom saying that no, she's not going to say no, ma'am, yes, ma'am, no, sir, no, sir. We don't do that. And she was expressing that she felt like that was something that the slaves taught us to do, and um, she just wasn't having it. But guess what? I let her talk, and I let her say what she had to say because she was entitled to say what it was that she wanted to say. As long as she remained respectful to me, that was all cool. But once she got through saying what she was saying, I politely let her know, and I let her know in front of her baby. She would not be replying to me yes and no and huh, for the simple fact that I am a full grown adult and it's not going to happen. But she went on to say what she was going to say. I let her, think she had the upper hand, but guess what? When she left, it was still yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am going on. Because if you don't, the parents are not teaching them respect. Somebody have to. Somebody have to. And it was just crazy. I had never seen anything like that in my life. But hey, like I said, this is a different day and time, and then we ain't nobody left. It's not many people left. Like I was saying about my coworker, she's twice my age, and look what she's doing, you would expect me to be doing, especially saying some of the things that she's saying, you know, um, every time you turn around, bitches and hoes flying out of her mouth. Like, did you have any parents at all? Sometimes I think about that, like the way, I mean, and she's an adult. She can say whatever she wants to say. She can use whatever language she wants to, but it saddens me to see that older people. And honestly, I'm going to tell you that I'm very fond of older people. Older people know what's up. You know what I'm saying? They have been through way more things than us. They know what's up. And I respect old people so much. Older people. I'm not gonna say old people because older people get offended when you call them old. But you're older, so what else can we say? But I mean it with love. Every time I say it, I mean it with love. But this lady, OMG, she is my coworker. I still love her, but I truly do not agree with a lot of things that she do. She has a problem with women. She has a problem with women, and that means you got a problem with me because I'm a woman. And we work around nothing but women. When you work in a school system, you work around nothing but women. You barely get a guy that you work around. Now, the principal is a guy, and I know maybe one or two um, male teachers that's in our school, but for her to be around all females, that's not a good look. That would disturb anybody, and it disturbs some of the other workers too, but they don't say much because they're not as opinionated as me. A lot of people are afraid to speak up and say things. I'm just not a person like that. A person that speaks my mind. I believe if I was born in the 50s and 60s, I would have been a civil rights um, activist. I would have been somebody like that because I believe in what's right. I believe in justice for people. I believe in fairness. I believe in equality all the way. And I just feel like that's terrible. It's terrible. And I hate that I have to witness that every time that I go to work. But what I will do is I always, for things that I don't understand and people that I don't understand and people that I see that are not doing the right things, I always go down on my knees in prayer for them. I do. I go down on my knees in prayer for them. And I pray that they get understanding of what they don't understand and whatever is bothering them, that they can be delivered from them one day. You know, yeah, sometimes it do just sad me to see, those type of things going on in the world. And I mean, I'm just only one person, but guess what? I'm doing something. I'm doing something when it seems like nobody around me is doing anything. But that's okay. I mean, it only takes one person to get everything jumping. and I'm the one for that. You know, I'm ready, I'm game. But I just want to get on here and I want to share with you guys because that was just my personal experience. And if you're a person, you're feeling like this, if you have these type of ways going on, I do pray for you. I do pray for you. And I pray that you can, get some understanding out of what you're doing. And if you don't feel right about what you're doing, that you can change what you're doing and just be, be right. And I always say all the time that women need to stick together. And that's one thing that women don't do. Women don't stick together because they're so stuck on, um, you know, being mean to the next woman or hating on the next woman when y'all should be sticking together. And I just don't understand that, but that's the way of the world. That's the way people want to do it. Maybe it'll be different one day. But I enjoyed you guys. I'll be back again. You know I will. Sooner than later. And I love you guys. And stay black in whatever ethnicity you are. Stay the way you are. I love each and every one of you guys.